Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. And Liverpool have bottled it again. Another lead and another draw that they end up with. It's embarrassing now. It is absolutely embarrassing watching that sort of performance. I mean, they got to be more defensively stronger. They got to have the ability to finish off a game. That is clear. You are not going to get top four if you cannot finish your dinner. If you can't hold on, you're not going to win. But I'm joined by Velvishwan. Mate, obviously you're a Liverpool fan. I don't know what you think of that, but that was horrific for him. As a neutral, if that was my team, and I've seen Argyle do it plenty of times, I'm always absolutely livid when I see it. What's your thoughts?
I'm speechless. Don't know what to say. It was literally it's written in the stars. Like when it was like 1-0 and we weren't taking our chances, like this has 1-1 written all over it. I just I don't know what's going on with this team, man. Like last season, we wouldn't bottle these games. We're bottling. We did it against Brighton. We were 1-0 up in the 93rd minute. We could see the penalty and they scored. Leeds the other day, 1-0 up, and then let them score from a set piece, which we're really good at defending. Now this one, the defending for that last goal was absolutely awful. You've got two players colliding into each other, and then Willock has so much space, and he can shoot. It's good, but you're ridiculous, man. Konate is watching this right now, probably like, is this the team I'm really going to? That are drawn to West Brom? No, sorry, Newcastle? I'm absolutely fuming, and we can't take our chances. Once again, Mane, Firmino, Salah, and Jota today. Jota was absolutely poor. He was shocking. Should have got a hat trick. Should be 5-0 up in the first half. And you couldn't even score against Newcastle. Bloody Newcastle, you can't even score against them. I mean, let a guy who's on loan from Arsenal, who I don't rate a lot, who's probably one of the worst young players in that team, scored against us. Absolute fuming.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I mean, what I want to pick out is Mane. Now, Mane for me, and I've said this before. I mean, I can't remember if it was Gini or Tom. Someone said you could get 80 million for him. I'm sorry, don't ever disrespect 80 million pound players ever again, because 80 million pounds for that, he was horrific today. He had plenty of chances, but he didn't finish his dinner. How many times? Like, I'm hearing next year that some Liverpool fans are like, well, we'll have Mane and Salah up front. We're going to change to a 3-5-2 or whatever it is, three at the back with them two up top. Salah is brilliant. Salah is fantastic. But Mane this year is absolute dog shit. He's been horrific. I mean, Jota again, he's not scoring either. So there's a lack of clinical finishing. And Mane was given the perfect opportunity when I think it was Salah or someone sort of squared the ball. All he has to do
first, occasions.
Yeah, Salah, but the one I'm talking about is they squared it to him. All he has to do, first touch, hit that into the back of the net, and it's 1-0 or 2-0 in the first half. Exactly. What do you put his form down to?
I don't know. I said it before, like, he was scoring, he was fine until he got COVID and he stopped scoring. But at this point, I cannot use that excuse anymore. You have to be scoring the easiest chances, man. And I think it's actually going to be funny when you say this. I'm actually saying this. Origi and Jota are most clinical players at this club. Origi is more clinical than Salah and Mane. And it's facts, because like, I've seen Origi have terrible, terrible games for Liverpool. He gets like 2 chances, he bags one of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We need a new left winger. I wouldn't say Mane because this is like his first poor season, but we need someone to challenge Mane because it's getting ridiculous now. And depending what happens today's result, if West Ham and Chelsea drew, there's just one more chance. Like, I don't know we got Man United next. We're losing that game. Here's the thing: Newcastle, if they got a draw out of that, imagine what United are going to do to us. Doesn't matter if we have like 50 shots. If we can't even score 2, they're going to score
Yeah.
3. Simple as.
Are you worried for the United game now? Is that something that you're like, oh my God, this is going to be horrific?
Yeah,
What's your thoughts going into United?
I wouldn't be surprised if Martial scores a hat trick against us.
It's okay. Martial is injured, so I can confirm that bit of team news already for you.
I don't know what to do, fam. Like, honestly, bottle jobs, the biggest bottle jobs. Like I said, whoever are getting in, they're just going to be watching this and like this. You can't even beat the bottom 6 teams.
Mm.
Are you dumb, man? Like, what is going on? And here's the thing, you can't even blame FSG or Klopp tonight because we did everything to win that game. He played 4 attackers against their defense, and he can't
Yeah.
even score against them. I'm actually done, man. Like, honestly.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It was a poor performance. Some comments here. Lanzi saying, "Oh dear." Yeah, Lanzi is going to be loving this because if they beat Chelsea, they go top 4. They go top 4. Bobby's laughing, saying the title needs an update. It did need an update. I had it down as 1-0. The thumbnail's correct. So I got one thing done. I hate late goals because late goals just throw me off. They really do. Late goals are a
No, but
pain in
that's
the
not even the
backside for
worst
me.
thing. I just celebrated a VAR decision that has went for us. I was celebrating my heart out just a few seconds later for Willock to score. And honestly,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
I feel sorry for Kabak. Like he was our best defender. Like to get a yellow card and to deal with the one-on-one attacks, to stop the attacks, he was brilliant. To be let
yeah,
down by a late goal due to not taking our chances and due to lack to take control of the games. Actually, I don't know why. Was it necessary to take Thiago off Klopp? Like, I think Thiago would have been the best at controlling the game because he's done that. He does it for Bayern. He's doing it for Liverpool recently. Like, keep him
yeah,
on, keep him and Thiago on to control the game. Just sub on. Okay, he did well with Milner too because when Milner came on after what's his name, Wilson and Willett came on,
yeah,
they didn't have a chance. Like all their chances
yeah,
were gone until we got Thiago. They started get more feel to the game and they scored.
yeah. No, I
Honest.
agree. Static saying Liverpool won, Newcastle won. That should be the title name. If you refresh the page, I have changed it. It does say 1-1. I'm keeping the Liverpool bottle it again though because they do bottle it again.
It should have been
Lanzi
2-1 to
saying
Newcastle.
Callum Wilson's goal was disallowed because he saw it wasn't against West Ham, so he asked for it to be cancelled. Static also saying, "Hey, now it's been a while. I hope you have been well." I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm not sure about Liverpool fans personally. I'm not sure they're all good. My team. This is the beauty of my team. We're in the mid-table. We're mid-table. Not getting relegated. Not getting promoted. We lose 6-0, and I didn't even know we lost 6-0 until about an hour after the game because I just couldn't be bothered to keep up to date with them. I've sort of forgotten about my club for a minute. It's less stressful if I do that. So if I focus on the Premier League and all of that, it's a lot less stressful for myself. Daniel saying, "Hey, Velvishran."
Hey,
But
Daniel. You know, the funny thing
what
is,
did you?
our under 18 scored 6 goals today. Play them next week against United, and they could actually score.
So you played the whole front four. So you played Salah, Mane, Firmino, and Jota. I mean, you play all of them, yet like you still can't take you still can't win.
Yeah, exactly. We have everyone needs to know this by now. Mane and Salah aren't clinical enough.
Mm,
Like Origi and Jota are only clinical players at that club, and Origi is lazy. Like he is so lazy on the pitch. He's not going to do anything. There
yeah,
needs to be serious investment in the summer, and we know FSG are not going to do that. Like, let's be real.
yeah,
So, and even then again, if we link to players like Enesiri of Sevilla and like Patson Daka, they're getting Champions League next year. They'll be looking at us and saying, "Oh no, you're fine. You can't even beat these bottom 6 teams."
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's another bottom six team as well, and all of that. Static saying now, I just refreshed it now, Lol. It was a poor performance by Liverpool, but well done to Newcastle. Wait, 6-0, ouch. Yeah, we lose 6-0, and I don't even realise until about an hour after a game. It's pure banter down at home park at the
Who
moment.
did you play? Who did you play?
Charlton Athletic, mate. It was absolute car crash of a performance.
Oh,
RJ
that's
saying,
right.
can I come on? Well, if you look in the group chat, mate, I did post the link in the group chat. So if you do want to come on, of course, come on. In fact, you're logged into my StreamYard, RJ. Just come in if you want. Like, you don't need me. But Gini, you're obviously a Liverpool fan. You've got one heck of a face on you today. I mean, Salah with a brilliant piece of play to get the first goal. Mane with about 70, 80 chances to score goals. And it finishes 1-1 again.
The mentality munchkins are back again now. It just sums up our whole season. I think every Liverpool fan could have told you that I'd finish 1-1 at half time. You could see it coming from the missed chances. It's Liverpool 2020, 2021 summed up in one half. That it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace how we can just let Newcastle come into the game, St. Maximin run our players ragged the whole game. It was like a dog chasing a stick. The kid ran rings around us. We played so well with a 4-2-3-1. Thiago, unbelievable, punching the balls through the lines, got man of the match. Klopp brings him off for Curtis Jones with 13 minutes left. I have to have that explained to me by Klopp in his interview, because what's he thinking there? Tom mentioned it. Klopp's a great manager. I'm never going to turn on Klopp, but in game, his substitutions are so questionable. That tactical decision making is baffling, to say the least. He had the most tackles in the game. He had the most passes in the game, and we brought him off for Curtis Jones, who's a kid, and he's just come back from injury. I don't get it. But as for the chances, Mane, same old this season. Gets in front of goal and tries too much. He's trying too hard. When Salah sweated him, he's trying to go around the keeper, just thump the ball in. But look, we'll be playing Thursday nights next season, and it's exactly what we deserve.
Yeah, no,
And here's the thing, yeah. And can I add at one point?
Yeah.
If we finish fifth, Salah's definitely going. Like, he's not going to wait around here, and he's going to be putting pressure to like kids to come on performing, because FSG ain't going to spend on the winger. Let's be real, they're not going to spend on the winger. We're going to be stuck with Harvey Elliott next season, and he's done well in the Championship, but like, it's the Premier League. You don't
I was
know what
just
he's
about
going
to
to
say
do there.
that there is a bit of a jump up between the Championship to the Premier League. But RJ,
And they're
obviously
completely different players.
Yeah. Obviously, RJ, you're a United fan, a bit of rivalry.
True.
What the hell is going on at Anfield right now? Because that is another game where they can't hold on. I mean, we saw it against Leeds. We've seen it today. What do you think is going on at I was about to say Old Trafford then at Anfield? I know there's a protest going at Old Trafford, but there's no football at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look, Newcastle this season have been absolute dog shit. Let's be real. I mean, they're lucky to actually get these points, and I do think the introduction of Willock to their team has definitely improved them, especially their survival hopes has definitely gone up because of him. As for Liverpool, I mean, I think most fans will say I think that Jordan Henderson is a bigger miss than Virgil van Dijk, in my opinion. I personally think without him, you have no leadership in your team. I mean, the biggest leader there would probably be, I don't know, Salah
James
maybe,
Milner.
Miller.
And our captain, I think was it Wijnaldum was captain, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's going in the summer, to be fair.
Well, it was Wijnaldum, but then when Milner came on, he took the captain's armband.
But he's not a captain either, Wijnaldum. He's a vice captain of Netherlands, but he's not a fully fledged captain. And I want to pull out, I just read a stat or something.
Okay.
In this game, we had more shots on goal and target than when we beat Crystal Palace 7-0 this season.
Oh, wow.
So if we're able to score 7 past Crystal Palace, we have more shots in this game, and we already scored 1. That's embarrassing.
One thing that... Go on.
Yeah, go on, RJ, go on.
Sorry, no. One thing that I was just saying, like I predicted this at the start of the season. like your squad depth is probably the worst in the league. Quite frankly, this is something.
Hold
that's
up, nah. Sheffield
not
United
really.
Sheffield
nah.
United definitely
No,
have
no,
worse
the
squad
thing-
depth.
I would say
No,
outside in the
the thing
top
about-
6, we're bottom of that pile because
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
look
yeah,
at our
yeah.
bench, Origi doesn't scare you. Probably Shaqiri does. Nico
Actually,
Williams, Reece Williams, like
can
they don't
you
scare
put yourself above Spurs? Because there's absolutely no one apart from Harry Kane and Son that it scares me as Spurs.
I mean, in
me.
Dombele,
Even if I look at Spurs benches, their players,
even
Yeah.
Gareth Bale, like Gareth
players are
Bale,
better
on
than
his
ours.
Yeah.
No, but like the squad depth, and I think when I made a predictions actually. I said that Liverpool will knock top because of their squad depth. I said one injury to that squad and they're going to collapse. And it started off with Virgil, then your other centre back who is who was said to be better than Harry Maguire, but then what happened?
Who?
RJ, we won the league with less squad depth.
No, you won the league because every other team was shit.
Okay,
Man City had no striker, no left back, no centre back.
Not due to shit. Like our main players were fit. Only like
Yeah.
Mane and Salah like
Do you know what?
injuries.
For me, it was an element of both. It was an element of Liverpool had all their big players there, the likes of Van Dijk. There was also an element of every other team in the Premier League was utter shit.
Yeah.
Like Man City weren't themselves. United were. I think if you put basically Man City were like meh. United was a pile of shit with a bow tie put on top of it to like, and then Bruno arrived and it was a pile of shit with some glitter put on top of it, and a bow tie. It was a bit of both. Some comments here saying, "No, well, Charlton Athletic beat your team 6-0. I can't remember last time they won by over 4 or 5 goals. That's crazy.
Wow.
We'll stay positive. I hope your team bounce back in the next game." Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, who gives a shit? We're not getting promoted. We're not getting relegated. We can lose every single game until the end of the season, and I'll still be like, meh. What happens?
Niall, by
Joe
the way,
Willock. Yeah.
You just read out comment. I'll say after.
Oh, Joe Willock enjoys scoring against Liverpool. I remember the great goal he had for Arsenal in the League Cup away against Liverpool. Luke, up the Joe Willock. Up the Joe Willock indeed. Newcastle fans must be absolutely delighted with Joe Willock. Frank Lampard regen. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't quite go that far.
That's Lingard. That's Lingard.
Big up to Craig. Gini's fuming. Yeah, he is. He is absolutely raging. And Static saying, I'm pretty sure Newcastle will definitely stay up now. They are actually getting positive results now. They are, and they're getting some confidence. I mean, even Joe Linton looks like he's got a bit of confidence in him. But what I want to ask now is how much credit needs to go to Newcastle? Because I thought they were quite good today.
100%. Like
I thought,
absolutely brilliant.
Unbelievable,
Back up for Newcastle was brilliant. Like saving the shot. John Joe Shelby absolutely was superb in that midfield. The binging passes and St. Maximin, like he is such a baller, man.
Yeah.
He needs to step up for Newcastle. I think he's too good for them. He needs to go to
I don't know.
Probably. I think United should go for him.
No. With all respect, right? I think if St. Maximin actually was back with Newcastle, if he gave him good players, like I'm just going to say now, like one person who deserves a shout from that game, Almiron. He's earned my respect so much in the season so far, and he's always trying to help out the squad. He definitely during the game he had a cramp, and one of the commentators was like, "Oh yeah, that's an injury." No, it's not. It's a cramp. Everyone gets it. But like I said,
he did come off in the end.
Oh, did he? Oh, right. I must have left him.
Might have been like I think it's a pulled calf or something like that potentially.
Oh yeah,
might be a
oh yeah. By the way, Jurgen Klopp just gave the team news out from Man United. So we've got Musolowski on the right wing. We've got Balazagi in the midfield. We got Cade Gordon in the attack. That's a lineup because our attackers can't score. And they scored 6 goals under 18.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Gini, how much credit needs to go to Newcastle in terms of still being in the game? I mean, I thought defensively they were horrific, but I thought they looked quite dangerous for large parts of the game on the counter attack.
None for me. We kept them in the game. If we finished our chances, we'd have won about 8-7 or 8-2. So if we made them keep it tight, it's not defensively they were poor. They led to their own errors. We just didn't finish our chances. Their bright spark in the game was Saint Maximin, who ran us ragged for all games. So for me, I can only credit Saint Maximin, and we made them do the rest. If we take our chances and you look back and you see it could have been 7 or 8-2 scoreline. Then you're ballowing Newcastle, so I don't. No credit.
Genie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Name our goal scoring midfielder. Name our goal scoring midfielder.
We don't have one. We need to get one in the summer.
We don't even have one. We need one in the summer. Like
I'm available for a crate of beer. I'm available for a crate of beer a day.
Velvishwan, what you just said is what separates us. United have Bruno Fernandes. City have Gundogan, De Bruyne, Pogba. United have Pogba as well. Chelsea have Mason Mount. Arsenal, Odegaard looks like a sprightly shine who could get a few goals for them.
Even
Spurs,
Ndombele.
We don't have that. Since Coutinho's left, we've not replaced a Coutinho-like player. And that's exactly what it is. When our strikers can't score, no one else does because we don't have a goal-scoring midfielder.
And here's the thing,
Static saying Almiron has improved a lot since he first arrived in Newcastle. Credit to him. Yeah. Niall, panel, sorry boys, I got to head off. Thank you so much for reading my comments. Take care. Try to enjoy your weekend. Okay. I absolutely a big up to you for watching. Massive thanks for that. And you enjoy your weekend. I'll enjoy mine regardless of the result. Because it's Argyle and I'm sort of expecting them to lose. But Velshwan, you were saying something, and
going back to the midfielder's goal. If you look at last season where our front three wasn't scoring, it usually been Van Dijk scoring from the set pieces. That's how been one of our major downfalls this season. We haven't been scoring from set pieces because of our injuries at the back, and we need Klopp change it to a 4-2-3-1. We look much better in that, but let's be honest, Jota ain't the striker.
If you
watch him at Wolves, he's like a left winger who can play along the front three. We need a proper striker to come into this team. He only needs one shot and he will score. Like we can't keep.
What striker would you get them? So if you're the owner of Liverpool or Jurgen, which striker are you getting?
I said in the series of Sevilla. That's one of my options.
Yeah.
Patson Daka, I'm not sure.
Would you go for Dembele? The striker Dembele? Why not them?
How are we going to challenge for the title if we're going for Patson Daka?
I think Balotelli's still in the market, lads. You can bring him back.
I'll take Mason Greenwood, fam. He's better than
you ain't getting Mason. Mason is our boy. He's never leaving.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that's the most ambitious transfer I've ever seen a Liverpool fan say, trying to get Greenwood. That'll probably cost you about
Michael Owen stuff where he comes
down.
Yeah, but I just don't see United selling him to Liverpool. But Tom, it was another dismal performance defensively. I was about to say you took your chances. You didn't take your chances. Mane had about 80 chances to put you 3-4-0 up in the first half alone. What do you make of the whole performance today?
What a stupid question. What do I make of the whole performance? There's too many things I need to discuss. First of all, the Arsenal protest yesterday gave me hope that, we'll live up to that. The thing I said that would happen yesterday on the Liverpool show happened. We were blinded by the Canate sign, and fans now think FSG are the way.
Nothing to do with Canate. Nothing to do with Canate.
So why
Klopp and Henderson's comments. Klopp and Henderson addressed the fans and said, "Do not protest." What you think? Canate is the reason that they're not protesting?
So easy.
Are you mad? He's not even held up a Liverpool shirt.
I'm not even happy with Canate, fam. Why are we going for Canate? Why are we going for a fucking injury pro centre back, fam?
Do you think Jordan Henderson and Jurgen Klopp are going to sit there and go, "Oh yeah, protest lads, I'll be there with me fucking banner and scarf"?
They said the opposite. What are you on about? They said they don't.
They're not going to say that because their job is on the line. They're obviously going to say don't protest.
So what are you on about Canate?
Because that's obviously a factor. People who sat there and went, "Oh, the owners have invested. The owners have changed the ways." Anyone could
He's
see
not
that.
even been bought yet. He's not held up a Liverpool shirt.
100%.
The lack of protest is
Everyone
nothing
knows
to
it's
do with
happened.
Canard.
Everyone knows it's happened.
That's rubbish.
Everyone knows it's happened.
But there's nothing to
And here's the thing here. Why are we going for like these types of players? Like, we're a big club. We should be going for elite players.
We're
like,
a big club. Yeah, we want Patson Daka. You what?
it's like, fam.
I have said
Can't even make out the Austrian league.
I have said that I am available if you pay me a crate of beer a day.
Yeah, go on then.
To which I will drink that crate of beer in the night, so I might come to training a bit hungover.
Oh yeah, did you hear Klopp's press conference right now?
What's he said?
So he said, from what I saw today, we don't deserve to be in Champions League. Either we learn or we don't play Champions League. We got nothing. It feels like a defeat. If you deserve it, you deserve it. We created a lot of chances and we didn't take them. We have to create more. I disagree with that. But we don't do that in the current moment, I have to say. We didn't even take this present VAR in a specific way. We don't fight enough. It's really tough to take. Fam, okay, you're right about we don't deserve Champions League, but come on, we created chances.
I wanted to ask about that. Jurgen Klopp saying you need to create more chances. You created more chances in that game than you did in the Palace game.
We created more. Then we beat Crystal Palace 7-0. If we're able to score 7-0 with less chances than we created today, so how are we not winning this game, Jurgen? Explain to me that.
No.
I think
you need to create better chances. You need to create better chances, not more. Half the chances we had today weren't even chances. I'm sorry,
Bro,
but
even in the Crystal Palace game, we didn't even create better chances.
What do you mean?
We were so clinical in that game. This one, we created so many chances. We should have been 5-0 up.
Mm-hmm. I'm not disagreeing, but half of the chances they're asking, half the chances the judgment's against, no one's bloody scoring. So it's very misleading.
So should no one score that when Salah sweaties it to Mane?
Obviously, I'm saying we should score that because I've said half of the chances we shouldn't be scoring. Obviously, he should have scored that. Obviously, Salah should have scored
the guy who gave first in Ballon d'Or.
One at a time, guys.
The Trent one where he shot it from 30 yards out, don't matter.
Oh.
The Trent one don't matter. The Jota one.
Wait, what's going on?
What are the ones is there?
Is that Tom?
What other ones is that? There's the Firmino one where he's turning. That don't matter. You know, there's about 3 chances which we should have scored, and it's pathetic that we didn't. But the issue comes from the midfield.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm going to some comments here. Charlie saying, my guy said we never had good chances. It should have been 4-0 first half.
Not going to lie,
our front three, good chances.
Our front three just make our chances look not as good. That's the thing.
No, but like,
I hear
you. Who do you put your blame on today? Like, who, if you're going to pick out players or pick out the manager?
Mane, Jota, Wijnaldum.
Of course.
Okay. I would say the midfield done the job. No, the midfield done the job. I would say the attackers.
The midfield done the job.
You're blinded, Tom.
The midfield was as open as the bloody Red Sea.
Thiago did exactly what I mean.
That's because Fabinho is playing at defense. We don't have a DM. We don't have a DM protecting the defense. I would rather play Ben Davies in this game. I don't know what that guy's gone. Like Kopish said on their channel, he's a hologram, fam. He bought a hologram in defense. We might sell him to Leipzig, fam, because we don't know who he is. Bro.
I wanted to ask about that. Obviously, it's another game where Ben Davies isn't playing. Now, I know Nat Phillips has got an injury, or is it still Nat Beckenbauer? I'm not sure. But I know Nat Phillips has still got an injury. But obviously, Ben Davies is yet to have a game for Liverpool. Gini, I'll go to you on this one first. I mean, should Ben Davies have been playing instead of Fabinho at the back and then move Fabinho to that DM role?
Well, I'd like to think so, but I can't comment on him because I haven't seen him. So until I see him, then I can make a comment. But for me, definitely, 100%. We need Fabinho in midfield. We've started picking up some points. We look good against Leipzig in the Champions League when Fabinho moved back into midfield. So I'd do anything to see him back in. Don't know why. Don't know what he doesn't trust in Ben Davies, but Klopp's had this issue before. It took him ages to trust Nat Phillips. He always played Reece Williams over him in the start of the season. So I don't know about Ben Davies, but I'd like Fabinho in midfield.
Yeah, everyone watching, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Massively helps us. That does. Charlie saying Gini as a captain sums it up. Sums us up. It does. It does. It's not great.
He's going to Inter Milan.
He ought to. I know Gini obviously really likes him, but I know Tom has a very different opinion on it.
Let's put it this way.
I like Gini. I'll back Gini.
Thiago Alcantara ran the bloody game today.
Yeah.
And he takes him off. And he brings on an extra midfielder to try and support Wijnaldum. And we look worse.
He's going to go attacking Curtis Jones. That's not his job. He's not going to do the Thiago job. He's going to be there for attacking. I blame Klopp now because Curtis Jones is there to provide
and he had James Milner next to him. Wijnaldum is useless. He's useless. I'd rather have him at centre back. What has he done in the past? What's he done this season
that's Klopp's system, man. You can't.
It's Klopp's system. Wait, let's not change players then because these players fit Klopp's system.
Yeah, because you have to really deep it this season. Our system has been found out this season. When the system's not working, our players can't do anything. We need to change it up.
But we're trying to adapt system. We've played four attackers and a creative midfielder today. We put the impetus on Gini Wijnaldum to defend him. What's he done? Thiago made more tackles than him. Thiago's more advanced.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
RJ, I want to get your...
This defending of Wijnaldum needs to stop. Criticise him because that's what he deserves.
This really sums you up.
I know he deserves criticism for some performance this season, but I wouldn't blame him today.
Would you say Wijnaldum had a good game today? I
can't believe we have missed about 5 to 8 clear chances and you're blaming Wijnaldum. Just shut up and leave it out. Nothing. We could have won 6-0. Nothing of that was to do with Wijnaldum. Their goal was poor defending, not Wijnaldum. Should he be playing? No, because Fabinho should have been on because St. Maximin was dropping deep. But nothing. Was Wijnaldum good? No. Does it get blamed? Absolutely not. So
he weren't good, but he should be protected because other people were worse.
When did I protect him? I'm saying that
you can't blame him.
Out of 3 players, you picked Wijnaldum out.
Guys,
it's your agenda. See the issues with the other two. The other two just couldn't finish. No, I'm not stopping because he's trying to defend Wijnaldum.
1 minute. I want to go to RJ on this. RJ, you're obviously a rival. You can take the emotions out of this. What do you think of Gini Wijnaldum? What's your thoughts?
I mean,
he's a fucking worse version of Fred is what he is, and Fred shit.
No. That's an insult to him. That's an insult to him. Look, believe me, I know Fred as well. But no, the thing is, he does have his qualities, right, and he does have his negatives. And I do think this season with with Jordan Henderson not being that team.
Oh, Jamie, what are his qualities? I'm asking a rival fan here. What are his qualities?
I mean,
yeah, but
he brings the physicality to that midfield. I think compared to
physicality. He got out muscle today by Aaron St. Maximin.
Well,
no, but Alex,
no. Today, turned it into attack.
Like, come on, don't compare those.
His system, the system is literally holding him back. If you
how is the system holding him back? How is the system holding him back?
Creative at Newcastle and in Netherlands. He's not played as a creative midfielder.
Last season, when we were at our best, when our system was at its best, he was the most advanced midfielder. He has not got an assist for 3 years. How is the system holding him back when
No,
our
that's not
goalkeeper
true.
is getting
That's not
more
true.
assists?
Come
We
on.
didn't play an advanced midfielder.
True.
Gini played the
They
exact
did,
same role.
yeah.
Gini's role wasn't said to Klopp, go and dictate play, go and play the balls through the lines, go and score goals. Absolutely
Exactly,
not.
man.
We played a solid midfield three to protect the back line
Why does Jordan Henderson?
Let me
Why does
finish.
Jordan Henderson
Let
have
me
more?
finish. And cover for Trent and Robertson. Gini Wijnaldum's role last season was to let the flanks go, let Robertson and Trent bomb in,
True.
and Henderson and Wijnaldum fit in.
Right, let's compare.
That
Let's
was-
compare it
You
last
can't
season.
compare
No.
Gini and Henderson
Don't do all
because
this shit.
Henderson is used to that role to drop in the back as a first centre back and play. But Wijnaldum's not going to do that because that's not his job. His job,
What
like
is his
what
job
Gini
then?
Last
he's not gonna
season,
do
it
it.
was to cover for the fullbacks, like Henderson
But
did.
Gini Wijnaldum is covering for the better fullback, the fullback who is better defensively. Jordan Henderson should be further back. Jordan Henderson should have less attacking to do, and Jordan Henderson had a better output.
It's nothing to do with defensive ability. They are
But
both
it is.
flanking, overlapping,
Yeah.
attacking. You can't
It
just leave space there.
Jordan Henderson has to stay back more because Trent bombs on more and comes
Yeah.
back slower.
Yeah, because
So
that's
why does Wijnaldum have less output than him? Why does Jordan Henderson have a better output than Wijnaldum? And Wijnaldum, in a sense, is given more freedom. He is allowed to stay further up the pitch. He's allowed to bomb on. There's no excuse for 0 assists in 3 years.
What was he?
Yeah, I'll give you that. The 0 assists. But like,
I'm going to a comment. The JJ's saying hi. How you doing? Me and RJ are great. The Liverpool fans are having a full blown meltdown.
I have the popcorn now. You know, it's over here in Ireland. You know,
Let's
I might
this
even
way.
go outside.
Bobby's saying if
I've
you
got
don't.
stats here.
But 1 minute. Bobby's saying if you don't finalise, that's players to blame. So if you don't finish, that's players to blame. Do you? I want to get just a consensus around you guys. Are you blaming the players or are you blaming Klopp for this, or a bit of both?
Klopp deserves some blame for the substitutions because they were shit.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's awful at substitutions at times.
And
you're taking Thiago off is pointless.
Yeah.
He controls the game. In a sense, your best form of defence is your attack, and you're taking off your most attacking midfielder who's ran the game.
Gini said exactly that as well, and Velvishwan, I think you agree with that as well. But I want to get the stats up of the game, right? I've got the stats here. I want to put them on the screen. So I've got these. Liverpool had 68.8% of the possession. They had 9 shots on target, 22 shots in general. You had almost double the touches on the ball from Newcastle, double the passes. Looking at that, in God's name, how did you not win?
Because we've got Sadio Mane, who's got no confidence and is bloody useless in front of goal. We've got Diogo Jota, who's been rushed back and is bloody useless in front of goal. But people won't say that because, he was good beforehand. No. Since he's come back, he's been bloody useless.
How has he been bloody useless? But he's been
I don't care about the 2 goals versus
Everton.
And he was been assisting the other goals, fam.
Right.
Before he wasn't
assisting. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at who's been assisting the goals.
Bro. I'm not having it.
Okay. I just want to get Gini's thoughts on this, and I'll go to Velvishwan. Gini, looking at them stats, what's the issue at Liverpool right now?
He's finishing. We all know that. The reason we didn't win this game is literally down to finishing.
Yeah.
There's not much more to it. First half, he played really well, but didn't finish. So it's no good. You can't play well and not finish, otherwise it's pointless. So
what would you? If you're Jurgen, what do you do? Do you take Mane off for a few games? Do you bring on Shaqiri or just change it up in any way?
What does it matter now? We've thrown away top 4 as is.
Wait, Tom, question quickly.
I've got the table here at the moment. I'll bring that up in a second. But Velvishwan, looking at them stats, I mean, obviously the key problem is finishing. But what do you do? What? How do you change this?
Here's the thing. I don't know. The only way we can do this is if we play Origi from the rest of the season because he is our most clinical player at this club.
Is he fuck? Do you not remember the Burnley game? The man's got a one-on-one and hit the bar.
Yes, I know that, but he hasn't been playing continuous games. That's the problem. If you look at
I-
Origi for the past few
get
seasons,
this narrative of Divock Origi's
I-
good out of your head. He is too
I don't.
lazy.
No.
didn't
If
say he
you
was
listen,
good.
no, if you watched me earlier, I said Origi is lazy on the pitch. That's why he's not going to play.
So then he doesn't
He
deserve
has the
to play.
finishing. He has the finishing, but he's lazy. That's the problem.
But he
I
doesn't
said
even have that.
I literally just said Origi is our most clinical player at this club, and that's. Am I wrong? Because Salah's not
Yes.
clinical.
I
Mane's
mean,
not clinical. Firmino's not clinical.
We have no clinical players at this club. In theory, our most clinical player this season is Van Dijk. We don't have clinical players
What are
at
you on
this club.
about?
clinical watch. Can please be adaptive to what you're saying? Because like if that was the case,
Shots to goals ratio. So
if
I
that's
think
the
it's
case,
conversion
that
rate
is
is the
scary.
conversion
That
rate's the thing. Van Dijk is the best because he had 2 chances and scored 1.
That's not how it works, Tom.
That's not how it
But
works.
it
as well.
is.
Wow, that's how it works.
It
What are
is.
you on about?
Oh my
It is.
god! Seriously. So like fucking
Well, Van Dijk stops to
Martial,
defend.
Martial's the best one because he's only taking like 3 shots.
Mate,
a game.
if Mo Salah
Ben-
wasn't playing this season, if Mo Salah didn't exist this season, our player of the month debate would be between someone who's been injured since January in Henderson, someone who's been injured since bloody September in Van Dijk, and someone who's been injured for 3 months in Diogo Jota.
Did you just say player of the season could be Van Dijk?
Yes.
There's no. Oh,
Tom, what are you
bro,
on
about?
no.
Who's been better than him this season?
Salah's obviously our big player of the season.
anyone?
Come on.
I mean, Robertson.
What
is
are you
way
on
better.
about?
Also, Robertson is just under the radar.
To be fair, in my opinion, I thought Van Dijk was quite poor before he got injured.
I don't know
Exactly.
I don't know what he's talking
Van Dijk was
about.
poor. He made a mistake against Leeds. He
Ben,
conceded 7.
Ben saying Pelvis Ran is clueless. I'm not sure what he means. I think that might be the Origi. Comment. I think you may have triggered that with Origi.
I mean,
but there's an element. I understand it to a degree. I don't say I fully get it because there are parts of me going Origi clinical. I'm not sure I can do that, but I do sort of agree with what you're saying in terms of it. I would probably play Origi for a game, see what he does, because there's no worse than what you're doing. No, because if you think about it, let me explain my reasoning on why I say this. Right,
Mane fucking make a wish kid a game next. He might score a goal.
Let me explain my reasoning for it. Right, so
No,
the
your
reason
reasoning
I'm
is he
saying
scored a couple of goals 2 years ago.
no,
That's your
my
only
reasoning.
reasoning.
No, 1 minute. Let me fucking say my reason and don't jump down my throat. Dom is saying Newcastle average 3.6 passes per minute. Have a good weekend, Liverpool fans.
let us think that it.
Dom's loving this. But no, the reason I'm saying this, right, is Mane is not doing anything. Right, Mane has been extremely poor this season. Well, you could say this season. What is the problem with just going, fuck it, we'll chuck Origi on, see what he does? It can't be any worse than what Mane's performing for you right now, is it?
Right, let's just.
I mean,
Divock can't even get on our bench.
Sadio Mane this season has a better output than Divock Origi's last 4.
Yeah, but Tom, I would expect that because Mane is better than Origi. But right now, Mane is not good enough.
Divock Origi hasn't scored this year.
Well, I'm not saying doing it for every game. I'm not saying doing it for every game.
I swear down, but
I'm certainly not saying doing it against. I'm certainly not saying doing it against United.
He has had his chances and hasn't taken them.
How could you expect him to turn up in once every 20 games? Like he's playing once every 20 games. What do you expect?
Okay, so you have an issue. You have an issue of Mane right now. You have an issue of Firmino. What do you do? Because I'm going to use a quote that is quite a famous quote. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result is madness. Like it's insane to think like that.
Because
so why
what
not?
Options have we got? And I don't want to hear Origi because it's bloody pointless.
Okay,
he might as well have a one-legged Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't want to see long shots going into Rose in the 60th minute and going, I'll pass you next time.
Here's a question, right? Do you have any youngsters that could actually do something for you? Or are you just going to say no?
We got Leighton Stewart, the under-18s. We got Liam Millar, but he's on loan to Charlton. Who else is there?
They're all too young.
you have to do something in order to switch things up. Because, like I said, Klopp is very.
RJ, the season's a write-off.
RJ, can I be
No,
honest
no,
with you?
Off top
RJ,
four.
RJ,
We're
can
one
I
of the
say
harder
something?
run-ins.
Go on, yeah.
I did not want Brewster to leave Liverpool. I wanted him to stay at Liverpool.
He does, yeah.
I wanted him to be the one to replace Origi. Yeah, you could say, probably say now, William Brewster hasn't done anything for Sheffield United, but
I do just want to say though, when he played against Plymouth Argyle, he looked very poor and he tripped over the ball.
Yeah.
come on.
He's not much more of an improvement on Origi.
No, but he is actually he's a good finisher. Brewster, like if you saw like watching him.
No, I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. I'm not convinced.
Brewster to have a chance this season.
Yeah.
As Origi's replacement. That's why I wasn't too happy with him going. Probably on loan, I'll be happy because he will come back. But selling him to a team that I didn't agree with him going to Sheffield United. I don't think he would suit them. I said he should have gone to.
Us selling him got us Thiago and Jota because of how the stupid club runs itself.
I know we got Thiago, but I'm just saying, like, I did not want Brewster to go because he could have been the one.
He was the only one who could have gone because no one wanted Origi. Surprisingly.
Just one question. Just like, is the big summer happening?
One minute. Dom's saying beating Newcastle at home ain't for everyone.
Who does he support?
Do you know Dom's loving this. Dom's absolutely loving this. Kieran saying, does anyone want top four? We'll get the table up in a minute because when you say season over, I really don't understand that at all. Let's just get
the season's not so. Chelsea are in the form of their lives. West Ham are in the form of their lives, and we can't see a game out.
Okay, so let me get the table up. The reason it ain't over just yet is this. So currently, yes, you are sixth, but if West Ham and Chelsea draw today, which FYI, more than possible that happens, right? Because West Ham are a good team, Chelsea a good team. That will mean you are 2 points away from top four, right? With 5 games to go.
Do you know what next game is?
No, I don't. Oh, you've got United, yeah.
Yeah, they're losing. They will lose. It's simple as this, right? You're going to have to pray to God.
We've got United, then we've got Southampton, then we've got West Brom, then we've got Burnley, and then we've got Crystal Palace. The game I see us most getting game results out of is Manchester United.
No,
that is how this season's gone.
You ain't getting nothing. Not a hope.
It's only Crystal Palace. That's it.
You gotta pray that you're gonna get points from us. Like, not a hope.
I mean, I'm baffled by that. I would say, yeah, I know you haven't been great with low blocks, but you looked. There were right, and the reason I want to go to this as well. The reason I don't think it's all too bad is because you played quite well, right? For large parts of the game, you were very dominant. The stats suggest that. The only issue is you didn't put the ball in the back of the net.
So the most important stat.
Yes, of course. I know that's the most. I know that's the most important.
I'd rather go back to the days when I'd rather go back to the days when we were getting out possessed by West Ham, but winning 4-0.
But the thing is, it's only going to take a matter of time before things start to
How do we know that?
Start going in. Well,
how do we know that?
It's the law of averages.
But Chris saying no, because this isn't a new thing. Us missing chances. This has been a thing that's happened since Sadio Mane came in, since Mo Salah came in. They scored 20 goals a season, but they missed 30 big chances a season. That's the thing. The more likely thing to happen is the goals dry up. Because the law of averages states you're not going to keep up that level of consistency.
Mane's in poor form, right? But it's only going to be a matter of time before he comes out of that. I've seen it with many players.
5 months now. I'm starting to doubt how long form will last.
But I've seen Mason Greenwood have about 6 months of poor form, and now he's started to throw in. I've seen
not a fair comparison though, because Mason Greenwood's a youngster.
Okay. I've seen League One players have 2 years off and then suddenly turn it on. It does happen. I want to go to some comments though. Chris saying
Mason Greenwood's an awful.
I'm going to some comments here. Chris saying I'm having a brilliant day. Of course, I'm not. You think we're beating the Manx next week? We're finishing 7th. That's what Charlie's saying. You're gonna finish 7th. I'm not a Liverpool fan.
Is the Europa Conference?
Chris saying, don't take your chances. You get punished. Name of the game. I knew it was going to end 1-1 at half time. Gini said exactly that. Gini did say Liverpool fans would think that Newcastle should have won. Disallowed goal was harsh. No, it's not. And I'll explain this, and I'll explain it in ref's view on Thursday.
The thing is, if that goal counts, the Joe Willock goal don't happen. Because they're pushing for the goal like that.
What I'm going to say is that law is changing. So next season that will be allowed, but because it's hit the arm, because it's handball going and it's led to a goal, right? That means that it's it is a handball.
You know what? I wish this Super League had happened, so I wouldn't have to support this fucking
We saw the Fulham goal disallowed for exactly that. But that law has been changed by what's their fucking name? IFAB. IFAB have changed the law on that. Anfield is a comedy club from Kieran. Dom saying Newcastle lost the ball from the goal 5 times, couldn't capitalise. Any more excuses? Chris saying Chris saying captain's performance from Wijnaldum. I think he's being sarcastic.
We can't stop. You had to stop this Wijnaldum.
How do we not? You've seen us in 3 years. There's no excuse for that.
I know what this game. We can't put the blame on Wijnaldum. He was not the worst player in that game. The worst players on that game.
No one's saying he was the worst player that game, but it's the fact that he's been the worst player for the past 4 games.
Tom, by your logic, we shouldn't have signed Thiago because he didn't get an assist last season. He had Lewandowski in front of him.
Bro. He hasn't even got a goal with assist this season.
Stop going off this silly start.
Mate, right, so let's bear in mind that Thiago has Thomas Muller in front of him. Gini Wijnaldum has Jordan Henderson as his partner. Who do I expect to get more assists?
Thiago has Lewandowski in front of him, playing the balls too. Gini Wijnaldum has Firmino.
Gini Wijnaldum also has Mo Salah and Sadio Mane. So you can't just discredit them. Because they're obviously the key creators.
You said they're not clinical.
They're not clinical, no. But for every 2 chances they miss, they score 1. So all you have to do is give them 3 chances. But you can't even do that. You cannot defend no assists for 3 years.
Your logic doesn't make sense.
How does my logic not make sense? It's 0. Right. How?
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Who would you have played instead of Gini? Who would you have instead in Gini?
I'd actually rather have him at centre back and have Fabinho in midfield.
You'd rather have Gini Wijnaldum at centre back?
Yeah.
I didn't say Maxwell.
You're just lying to your agenda.
Why not?
Why not?
Because he's not a centre back.
Yeah, is Fabinho a centre back? Hold on, is Fabinho a centre back? So what are the key attributes for a centre back?
Tall,
he has to be good defensively.
You don't need. Hold on, RJ. You don't need to be tall to play centre back.
Fabinho played right back at Monaco.
To be a very successful one, majority of the time you do have to be.
Fabio Cannavaro was 5'9" and won a Ballon d'Or. You don't need to be tall.
Just compare Cannavaro, who lived off his football intelligence at playing centre back. To Wijnaldum.
Where did I compare Cannavaro?
Gini. 1 minute. He was RJ said you had to be tall to be a centre back, and Tom was just
giving an example. I'm just saying it helps.
No. You don't need to be tall.
Harry Maguire was like 5 foot.
He can jump. Wijnaldum can jump. Wijnaldum's got a hell of a jump on him, so he's not going to be beaten in the air that often.
Dom's asking how long was
it was. There's 2 stats I've got. You've got 11 seconds. For the tackle pass backwards, or if you want the first deliberate pass backwards, it was 28 seconds.
This guy watches the game with Gini Wijnaldum binoculars on and just watches Wijnaldum.
Chris saying the whole team was shocking today. Really?
No,
I thought Thiago was.
Ka-
I thought Thiago was very
Thiago
good.
was good.
I thought Thiago,
Kabak, Robertson, Alisson was quite
I thought
good.
Firmino was good except from his finishing.
I even thought Trent was quite good today. I thought he had a good
Trent
game.
was actually all right.
The whole team played well, just didn't finish.
Dom's latest comment saying Gini was lethal this game. 3 laces tied. Told medical staff not to help Milner. 6 claps. Woke up hungry.
Honestly,
you know, I do love Dom.
He cares more about his playlist than playing on the pitch. And I don't want to hear this nonsense of, it's not his role. Because it's not,
let me ask you this question.
Firmino's role to score goals, yet we still expect them to.
Is this the same Wijnaldum that we bought from Newcastle?
No.
Yes, because they're different players, because he was more attacking than...
Because he was a left winger. He was a left winger at Newcastle. He's a centre mid now. This is the Wijnaldum. The Wijnaldum we bought is the one from PSV.
Tom,
so it doesn't explain why he can't put this attacking output out.
Yeah, that's the system, bro.
How is it? Oh, mate. Thiago created so many chances today. Why can Wijnaldum not do that?
Yeah. This game doesn't excuse. We create loads of chances. Right. I guarantee you, Klopp plays a system that suits Wijnaldum. We will get the best out of him more. Like how we get the best out of Salah.
Gini, you wanted to ask Tom a question?
Yeah. Tom, Gini Wijnaldum's played 3 games for the Netherlands this season.
Oh, the fucking Netherlands. Who they played? Gibraltar?
Scored and assisted. What do you think the difference is?
I think it's just
okay. Let me just back this up because I want to go off teams he played. One of them was Estonia.
The difference is his role.
Where in Estonia?
Yeah, you played Newcastle.
We played teams in the cup and he's not Germany. His difference is his role.
I was just about to say I wanted to answer that question. If
he
Tom
5 yards back? He's 5 yards backwards, so he loses all.
No. He's more advanced. He's much more advanced.
So
more advanced than those.
So yeah. The first game he played 3 games in the last international break. One of them was Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey's a good team.
Turkey is a good team. They got
Ozan Kabak at the back, so they're
against Turkey.
In
this number 10 position where he thrives, he got a 5.8.
Hold on, are you quoting another?
Yeah, because they lost the game.
Tom, hold up, Tom. Are you quoting me another sofa score rating?
What's the most realistic?
One minute, Tom. Are you quoting me another sofa score reference?
What would you like me to quote? Because I'll guarantee you he will be the worst.
Not ratings. I like details. So I like chances created, passes forwards. Yeah, stats are a better way for me to judge because SofaScore have an algorithm, and sometimes the algorithm
Gini Wijnaldum had
what I like.
An 82% pass completion percentage, attempted 1 long ball, completed none, had 1 shot off target, no shots on target, had 10 ground duels, won 2 of them, had 3 aerial duels, won 1 of them, lost possession 13 times, and fouled twice.
Losing possession high on the pitch doesn't mean
I could pick out a game of the best player in the world and find similar stats like that.
What, to where you've been ran rings round by Ozan Tufan?
Bruno Fernandes, like against top 6, I could just name all of those games where he doesn't do anything.
But Gini Wijnaldum went against top 6. He was against Ozan Tufan, Yusuf Yazici, Kenan Karaman, Yukuslu. It's not like he was up against these world-class players.
Don't the Turkey players, but they're good.
Lionel Messi against Atletico Bilbao lost the balls the most time in the match, got a red card, had a pass success of 80%, attempted long balls, successful.
Comparing Lionel Messi to Gini Wijnaldum.
I'm putting your situation
You forgot about something. You forgot about something, right? He had a great right hook in that game. To be fair, you know.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Mayweather was shook. I mean, he was like, "Fuck."
Okay, so we could carry on fighting for at least another 6 hours.
When was the last time Gini Wijnaldum played a key pass?
Oh, dear Christ!
Against Real Madrid, he's the reason we got that away goal.
He played 18 key passes this season.
Going off what?
Of Premier League, of the official Premier League stats, mate.
the official Premier League stats, I swear they had Mo Salah on 19 goals until the end of the game. But when Harry came and scored it straight away updated.
Tom, just use the sofa score rating.
I'm going off stats here. I'm going off stats.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say I much prefer when people give me stats and not just a sofa score rating, because
when was the last time
I'm intelligent enough to be able to watch games and then put the stats together and
the last time Gini Wijnaldum played a key pass was Arsenal. That's near a month ago.
He was quite good against Arsenal, if I remember correctly.
Let's have a look at James Milner. James Milner is the hard man in the team. Should we have a look at how many key passes he's played in the time since the Arsenal game?
Speaking of Milner, he's overtaken Peter.
By the way, Arsenal's not a month ago. Arsenal's not
mate, it was the 3rd of bloody...
No, it was about 2 weeks. It was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Wasn't that
practically a month ago.
Geni's getting
Here's a bit, Tom, I really think I agree with that. Gini should be gone this summer. I agree with that.
Do you want to know what? Yeah.
James Milner's got key passes against Aston Villa. James Milner's more creative. The man doesn't know what creative is. But he's more creative than Wijnaldum.
Dom saying he was good against City for the first 7 minutes.
Wait, that's what we judge on. When I asked him what Wijnaldum's best attribute against Aston Villa, yeah.
No, I do you know I love Dom comment.
Gini started the Aston Villa game and got subbed off. But when we judge Gini Wijnaldum, the 3 most common things I hear are ball retention, which is no longer impressive because we have how many people in the team that can do it. Availability. I can be available for every football game. It's not an impressive... If you're judging players off non-footballing attributes, they're not a good footballer. And what's the 3rd one I hear? Defensively, Thiago was given more creative freedom, stay told to be more advanced, play as a more attacking midfielder, and still had a better defensive performance than Gini Wijnaldum.
Hey, not gonna lie, with Thiago's tackles, I'm surprised he gets away with some of them.
I don't know why he's using Thiago in the defensive.
I wanna get into a bit of Thiago because I look, there were some positive performances, and let's not turn this entire stream to a whole Gini Wijnaldum debate. We
Thiago won 7 of his 11 rounds.
One minute. Let me finish. Dom saying. Feel sorry for Tom when he has children and the wife wants to name the kid Genie. If we ever find out, like if Tom's having if Tom ever has a kid, I want to make sure we hunt down the wife so we can convince her call the kid Genie. Especially if you can call him. Hold up a minute. Actually, it would be better to name it Gini Wijnaldum Little. That would be the perfect combination.
Mate. If that happens, I'm going for some milk from a very far away shop and not coming back.
Is that like a personal? No, never mind.
But I want to talk Thiago. Right, I want to talk Thiago because he gets a lot of stick, for thumbs up and claps and God knows what else he does. But today he was very, very good. I was very impressed.
He's been very good for the past couple of games, but
but we didn't do a match reaction for the last couple of games because man's been busy. And you lot were playing Monday, and I had to do a stream on the fucking Super League because they're a bunch of cunts. But I want to talk Thiago. He's been very good. Okay, according to Tom, the last couple of games. Genie, I want to go to you first. What were your thoughts on Thiago today?
He was exceptional, clear man in the match performance. He was let down massively. He was very good, but like Tom said, he has been very good for the last few games. But people pick on him because of the name that he is and not living up to his reputation since coming in. he's a great player. We know his qualities. Today showed his qualities. So we just need to keep bringing the best out of him. Possibly a 4-2-3-1 works his system very well. Obviously, it's what Bayern played with him in. We played him in today, and he completely shone. So maybe
I want to see 3 at the
4-2-3-1.
back. You know what? I want to see 3 at the back.
We don't even have 3 centre backs, so be quiet for this one.
What has Ben Davies done to not get the game? By the way, can I just ask that?
Clearly training.
I think he's mistaken them for the Spurs Ben Davies. He's like, oh no, why is this guy in my club? He's a hologram, fam. We don't know who he is.
Ben Davies and Nat Phillips would be a sound defence. It wouldn't be great.
That's like a Brexit defence.
No, it wouldn't be sound. It'd get us through the end of the season.
Save 3 at the back till next season. Not this season.
I think Nat Phillips is leaving anyway, so...
Fucking dog shit.
To be fair, on the positive things...
Carry on, Jimmy.
Somehow Champions League's still possible. I know we're not going to get it, but somehow, point tallying wise, we are still in the race. Even though that's what I'm saying. I know we're not going to get it. But possibly Europa League won't even be that bad next season because
Europa League.
Let me explain. Tom.
I don't want to hear the fucking anthem again.
Let me explain.
Just quickly, just before you explain, I have put the link in the chat for anyone who wants to come on and have their say about this. Maybe Tom said something about Wijnaldum. Maybe Tom has said something about Gini Wijnaldum you're not happy with. So come on and have your say if you want to. But back to you, Gini, and Europa League music.
Yeah, look, obviously I'd much rather Champions League, but we need a rebuild. Obviously, we've got an aging squad. Some things have to change. The system's got to change up clearly because we've been figured out this season. A couple of plays have to change. Next season, we can focus solely on the Premier League. Give it a good go. Get Van Dijk back. Get Henderson back, and focus on that Premier League. Rest up in the Europa League, and then maybe we can get some silverware through the Europa League. You'd expect us to. Then next season we challenge for Champions League. So obviously, I'd much rather Champions League. But in hindsight, it's possibly not that bad. But Tom, are we good enough for the Champions League at the minute?
We're getting slapped up.
This current team isn't, no, but the squad is. Which is what makes it more heartbreaking because we should be getting Champions League, but we don't have 2 centre backs with working knees at the minute, so.
Fab, if you look at our bench, it looks like we're compared to Burnley, fam. We have some Burnley players in
our bench looks like a bunch of Make-A-Wish kids who've managed to get onto a bench for the game. It's pathetic. 2
Williams in the benches. We've got a lazy guy, Origi.
Do you know, I quite like that. I quite like Neco Williams. I actually think he's quite good.
He's a good player.
Maybe that's because I'd rate him at Argyle more than anything. I'd actually quite like to see him at Argyle. I'm not gonna lie.
He needs a loan move, Neco Williams.
Well, to be fair, our manager's sort of a buddy with Jurgen, so you could see Neco Williams at Argyle next year. I would love that.
Our best player in the last month has been James Milner. Remember, you know what, Niall? Remember on the Real Madrid preview before the first leg when Sonny was sat there going, "Who you playing?" And I said I'd play James Milner. And do you remember the level of do you remember the reaction I got to that?
Yeah, but to be fair, this is the same Sonny that quoted, "You don't need to be scared of Real Madrid. It's just a name. They have nothing that scares."
The Premier League.
I was confident when I gave, but I wasn't saying those types of stuff.
And you know what?
All I'm saying is Sonny has got some questionable opinions.
What have our issues been? What's the main issue this season been?
You haven't got a workhorse in midfield. That's your main issue.
No, because we've got Milner. What's the reason that we are down where we are? No, it's not finishing because we had a good start.
Go on then.
Our main issue has been the defence. It's been the defence, and I'm not. Really? I don't want this weird. Yes, it has because.
No.
Do this no. Because
I'm not going to have this defence.
We were shit at finishing last year, but we had a good defence that could hold out leads. That's the difference this year.
Well, come on,
we were shit at attacking last year. We're shit at attacking this year. The difference is last year, Virgil van Dijk would drag us through games. by heading everything away, clearing everything away. This season, Ozan Kabak is the man who we're relying on. He's a good player. He's not going to do that. This all falls on to FSG's head for giving the best manager we've had in the Premier League era £2 million to buy a centre-back.
Tom, can I just say something? You say it's not just goal scoring.
Mm-hmm.
We've conceded 5 more than we did last season and scored 30 less.
Mm-hmm.
It's attacking as well. It's not just defense. It's attacking.
Kieran makes a valid point. He says, "Hold on a rebuild. You won the league by 20 points last season. Once you get Van Dijk back, you'll be sound."
We've got an aging.
We don't even
squad.
know if Van Dijk's going to be the same Van Dijk.
That's true.
You know what? To address that, this isn't a squad of world-class players. This is a squad of decent players who on form are world-class.
Would you say these players
for the past 2 seasons they've been world-class?
Would you say these players are more system players? Would you say that the likes of Wijnaldum, the likes of Mane, the likes of
Mate, I beg you find me a system where Wijnaldum's good.
He was quite good for the last couple of years. He's been fairly good for the last couple of years. Mane's not on it. Firmino's not on it. Do you think that because the system's been found out, this is the reason for the decline of the players?
Can I be honest, Howie? It's been found out since last season. Like if you watch the game before the what was it, the Atletico game at Anfield?
Are you on about after the COVID outbreak? After we came back from the COVID break?
No, like 2 games before the COVID.
Right,
Actually, I'll see the Watford game.
Bournemouth and Madrid.
No. We beat Bournemouth and we lost to Madrid. But
the Madrid game we battered them. The Madrid game we absolutely slaughtered them. And our best chances have fallen to our fullbacks.
And we've been conceding goals after that, and Trent hadn't get like the assist numbers up, and we were conceding loads of goals. And then it continued on this season. First game against Leeds should be easy enough to win. Because
then you're doing the disservice to Leeds. I hate Leeds. I hate Leeds and I hate Bielsa. Niall knows that just as much as the next person. But they're a good team.
I also want to confirm I'm also not keen on Bielsa either, but
because it was the first game back. We'd had a bit of a shorter pre-season because for some genius reason we decided to go to the back arse of Austria. Make it make sense, but whatever. We have a shorter pre-season.
I'm presuming that would have been for financial reasons.
We still beat them, and then we had who was the next game after that? Was it? It wasn't Arsenal, was it? It was
Chelsea.
Else.
We kept the
Chelsea.
Clean sheet and that one.
That was a solid performance with Fabinho at the back. That was a solid performance. 2-0 win, great game. Sadio Mane on fire. Game 3, Arsenal. Mistake early on. Dodgy. Kick on again. Same system. Pressing, relentless. Get them. 3-1 win. Game 4, Aston Villa. We're without Alisson. We're without Henderson. We're without Mane. And it is a freak game. It happens. Every team has them freak games. 7-2. It happens. The reason I'm not bothered by it is because it was one of them ones where it was too unreal to really happen again. Everton 2-2 next. We should have won. It's not offside for the last goal, but you move on. Lose Van Dijk for injury. Then we had Ajax, which we scraped a 1-0 win.
Yeah, that was an own goal.
We had a solid start to the season, but then everyone got tired. It just all caught up to the players. I think Mane suffered from long COVID, to be honest, and that either that or for some unknown reason his confidence has fell through the floor because it doesn't explain this drop off in his aggressiveness to go at defenders. Last season, Sadio Mane would get isolated one-on-one with a right back, and it'd just be a drop of the shoulder and he's away. Now
he won us 20 points last season.
He wants to pass it backwards. He's too scared. Last season, if Sadio Mane got pushed off the ball or fouled, it was, let me brush myself off. I'll go at you again. I'll do you the next time. Now it's, oh, fuck this, fucking hell. Head down, I'm not playing. And that's what's happened. The only player who's got a bit of confidence in them right now is Salah. And it shows that goal's a brilliant goal. But Mo Salah, I've said it on multiple platforms, said it wherever, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane cannot finish. And the amount of times I get ridiculed for that saying is ridiculous. They cannot finish. Some of the best players in the world cannot finish, yet they still score 20 goals a season. Because it's a matter of fact. You
need chances to score more goals.
Mo Salah, he's one of the most I think it's 20 league goals for 3 consecutive seasons now for Liverpool.
Yeah, fair.
That's ridiculous.
3 out of 4 last season, got 19. This season, he's already beaten that already.
That's ridiculous. But how many big chances has he missed? That's the big thing. They cannot finish. That's the difference between a Mo Salah and a Robbie Fowler. Robbie Fowler would score half of them. If Robbie Fowler was playing this system, he'd bag 50 a season, because that's the difference between a good finisher and a great finisher. And we're lacking a great finisher, someone who we can look at and say into and go, we're playing shit. We can't really get going. If we give you the ball within 18 yards, you'll get it into the net somehow. That's what we need. And
I want Harry Kane. I said I want Harry Kane.
We're not going to get... Daniel Levy ain't going to sell. You know what I would do? I'd sell Sadio Mane and I'd tell Roberto Firmino to pack the bags.
Not Mane. No. I'll give Mane one more. I will definitely sell Firmino. Wijnaldum was going anyway. Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, I'll get rid of. Shaqiri. I like him a lot, but I think he's got to go. Origi's got to go as well. Marco Grujic. I'm actually surprised that he went out loan this season. I thought he could have been crucial for us this season. Amount of times we haven't been playing with a DM.
We're supposed to be challenging for a Premier League title, and we want to rely on Marco Grujic.
No. He's a squad depth. We didn't have a DM since January until Fabinho came back. We've been playing Fabinho and Henderson in the defense. Thiago ain't a DM. Wijnaldum ain't a DM.
Tommy, you react like that. Yeah, you react like that, but when Wijnaldum's playing CDM, you'll whinge. So you'll probably be grateful for Marco Grujic.
Mate, no, I'm not grateful for Marco Grujic. You know what I want? I want our owners. I want FSG. They're not going to sell. FSG are not going to sell. I've accepted that. Right. I've belatedly accepted that. I'm still sticking by my thing. This isn't a Liverpool shirt. I said it yesterday. I'm not wearing a Liverpool shirt on the stream until they sell. But I know for a fact that they're not going to sell. And you know what? If we don't sell, at least act like a title challenging club and not a club that has to sell to buy because we're 8th in the table and want outside dreams of top 4. We have a championship, we have a Premier League challenging squad, and we act like a Europa League squad.
Can I just
sit there and have to sell some of our best youngsters to buy players?
I hear that. I hear what Velvet's Ryan is saying about squad depth and improving that. But I also want to say, do you know how refreshing it is to be talking about football again and seeing... I know you three probably don't like it, but just being able to talk...
You know what? In a selfish point of view, I'd rather the Super League happen, so I wouldn't have to support this stupid club anymore.
But
so I wouldn't have to support these stupid owners anymore.
Don't make a stupid comment like that.
Mate, I don't want to support these owners. If I support this, I want to support the owners.
No one's asking you to support the owners. You just have to. You don't
the
have
state
to
of that protest today. That's embarrassing. Do you think if Aubameyang could come out and said a comment of, "Oh, don't protest, it's not right," do you think the Arsenal fans went, fair enough, we'll stop? No.
Nah.
We have bottled our fans. I don't know the right words, but some fans have bottled it today. I would have been there if I could have done. I would have been there protesting because these owners cannot stay. That's not a protest. That's a disgrace. Look at the United one going on right now. That is a protest. That's what we want to do. But certain fans, certain top reds, accept mediocrity because they think that FSG came in when we were down on our knees and they were the only ones. No, I'm going to quash this narrative right now. FSG got the club because they were the first ones there. There were 5 other companies interested. There were 3 Arabs interested who would have paid arguably more. But the situation was Hicks and Gillette had to sell, and FSG capitalised. They're not the men to lead a football club forward. They're the men to lead an American franchise forwards. We're not an American franchise. That's the main issue. That's the main sticking point. I'm sick to the back teeth of people saying, "Oh, where would you be grateful for FSG? They saved us. They did this, they did that." No. Anyone could have done that. Anyone with 300 million, which is right now a hell of a lot of bloody people compared to what it was, anyone would save that club and do a better job than what FSG are doing. Five massive controversies, and they've gotten away with every single one.
A comment from Dom saying falling apart. They're all falling apart. Dom, do you know? Dom must be absolutely buzzing right now. And
you know what?
Do you know the funniest thing? Yeah, this is like the first time we get angry from.
Dom, do you see where I'm coming from with this? Do you see where I'm coming from with my? You're in. You've got the Glazers. They're awful. Do you see my point I'm bringing across of the fact? I don't know if you've got it with your fans where they bottle stuff because they invest a bit of money, they buy a player. You have to keep it going. We had a bit of momentum after this Super League. You know, they were on the back foot. They were panicking. It was an awful apology.
So
all we've done is let them off the hook.
Velvishran wanted to say something. So what did you want to say, Velvishran?
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, that's fair. I have got a picture of just one picture of the United protest. Looks fairly busy. That is currently what we see.
That's a protest. Right? That is what you want to do. The Glazers, Kroenke, FSG have been killing these clubs, and 2 of the 3 have stood up for it. And what have we done? We've sat there and went, they did a little bit for us a couple of years ago. They helped us a couple of years ago. The £77 ticket scandal.
I'll try and find a picture of the Liverpool. Gini,
what's it called? The fair loan of staff, and we've let them get away with it again and again and again. And this was the final straw. This was too far. This was trying to make it an American franchise. And you know what we've done? You signed Canate. Well done. Yeah. You're investing in the club. Well done. We're going to back off now. Our captain, who was employed by you and is getting his wages paid by you, has told us to not do it. Oh, we'll stop. No, it's wrong. It's wrong all the way.
I don't agree with what you said. It's all about protest. I don't agree one bit what you said about protest. This is why I've not gone to the United one. I've not gone to the United one because what's the point? They're not going to sell. They're not going to sell, son. Why would I take time on my own hands to go and protest a fucking pointless bit of truth? They're in America, sunbathing, why would I go? You're here going on about fucking SSG, where the fuck your owners are. Fucking silly Americans not selling up the.
You know what though? I can understand with you because the Glazers have never cared. I'd like to think that FSG have other things on their mind. They've had too many failed things. They want to cash out soon. We need to put the pressure on them.
It's not going to happen, mate. It won't happen.
The protest is a start. The protest is a start, but the only thing to get these owners out is not to stop buying the merchandise, stop buying the new kits.
That's never going to happen, though. That's never going to happen because for all these diehard fans that do that, there'll be those in America.
Stop. Excellent. My voice works. I'm gonna go get my whistle if this carries on. But Dom, going back to the game, what were your thoughts on it?
What, Liverpool and Newcastle?
Yeah, mate. That is technically the game we're talking about.
Liverpool. Oh.
Look, I've got to bounce. One last thing before we go. Wijnaldum shit. But people don't want to accept it. People don't want to accept it. People don't want to accept it. It's time for a rebuild. And the final comment I'm going to leave is to debate is Jurgen Klopp. We know how stubborn he is. We know how, all these things he is with his tactics and all that. Is Jurgen Klopp the right man to lead a change for this football club to get us back to where we want to be?
Okay, You've left a couple of good questions there for us to sort of chew a little bit. Gini, obviously you can get much of a say.
Oh, good, yeah.
It's okay. Well, we've got Gini back. Well, Gini's here. Gini, you didn't get much of a say during all of that. What were your thoughts on the whole protest? And what's your thoughts on FSG? I know Tom wants them out. And to be fair, I've said that I want every American owner out of English football because they're all just a bunch of money grabbing bastards. But what's your thoughts?
Look, what Dom came in and said was absolutely spot on. A protest today before kickoff. It is completely the wrong thing to do for me. The owners aren't going to care about a protest today. If you want to go and protest tomorrow and try and get your voice heard, fair enough, go and do it. But don't welcome the bus in protesting. Look at what United are doing. Look at what Arsenal are doing. They've done it before they've got there. Klopp and Henderson both come out say don't protest. It'd only bring negativity. We're meant to be welcoming our team bus. To welcome them into boo and protest because our owners don't care. Our owners wouldn't have cared today. It wouldn't have made John Henry think, oh, hang on, Liverpool fans are making noise about me outside the Anfield. I'm going to come off my yacht and decide to sell. It wouldn't have made a difference. So I don't get it. And regards to that Klopp thing, I have no idea what he's talking about. So yeah, Tom's lost his head.
Do you know, I do love a good Gini and Tom fight. It does make my day. And to be fair, with the whole Super League, it's so refreshing to get back to talking football and seeing fans have meltdowns after that.
I wouldn't really call it a Gini and Tom fight. Gini just sat there.
It was brilliant. But before we wrap up, Dom, who was your man of match for today?
Oh, St. Maximin, 100%. He ran rings around him. What a player. What a fucking player.
And for Liverpool?
Fuck off.
Love it. And Gini, who's your man of match today then?
Yeah. What for Newcastle, St. Maximin, for Liverpool, Thiago by a mile.
Yeah, I can probably go with that. Kieran saying to those back owners for spending money, they're not doing it for the fans, they're doing it for the price in the stock prices in the stock market. Yeah, look, you're all gonna have huge summers. I'm gonna say that right now. You lot are gonna have some of the biggest summers you lot have ever seen in world football because they're gonna just buy the trust back. Trust me, United are gonna go get Sancho, Declan Rice and Varane, and they're going to be like, oh, the Glazers are great owners. They're absolutely fantastic. We love them. Kieran saying, turning on Klopp, Jesus, the fans are losing the plot. I need something to cheer me up today. Don't worry, I lost the plot in my review. I will go check that one out in a bit. But we've been going for an hour and a half. As you can imagine, this has been quite a lengthy one. Velvishwan is back. We're just wrapping up. Velvishwan, who's your man of match?
Either Thiago or Kabak.
And for Newcastle?
Kabak. Dubravka.
That's not an unreasonable shout. But yeah, we're going to wrap up there. We'll be back after the Chelsea West Ham game. Got a great panel for that one as well. I'm hoping for more meltdowns. I really love a good meltdown. It's refreshing to see, especially after all the Super League bullshit, which I'm glad all the owners didn't bother doing. But you can go check out to Let's Talk EPL and Instagram and Let's Talk EPL_. Also, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Massively helps us out. Gini, where can they find you, mate?
Just on my Twitter. And that's it.
Your Twitter is Genie in a bottle, just in case.
Oh yeah, Genie in a bottle. Yeah.
just in case people didn't see it. Chris's man of matches we didn't lose, but feels like a defeat. I hear that. Dom, where can they find you?
Against Newcastle.
Loving it. Dom, where can they find you if you can be found?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Not finding me, fella. Not finding the United protest at all either, because I'm not going to that shit.
I actually uploaded a picture. Apparently, it's actually quite big. There is another picture.
Why I don't understand that though. Look, right, just look at it. No one's there. Who are you protesting to?
As I've said, the best thing to do is egg the stadiums. I've said this many a times. I'm going to be going to egg the Bernabeu later. But Velvet Ram, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find me down here at Twitter and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on other streams as well.
100%. But as I said, we're going to be back after the Chelsea game, so make sure you tune in for that one. Big up to everyone that's been watching. Liverpool, they bottle it again. They could have had 3 points. They walk away with 1. Liverpool fans have a meltdown. Tom is now questioning Jurgen Klopp. All is good. Football is back. That's all I'm going to say.